Hey folks, man, this is Monk, and we are back with another episode of From the Canopy Film Show. I'm joined as always with my co-host Cornelius, aka Evil Corny.
What's up?
We are here to talk about some films, folks, give you some reviews for things that we've seen lately. The last one I got here is going to be Companion. Companion is directed by Drew Hancock, and this is kind of a mystery thriller film. And in this film, a weekend getaway turns bloody and violent when a subservient android that's built for human companionship goes haywire. And this is an interesting film, man. I saw this, what was it, last week on a whim? It was playing. I went and just saw this, man. I was kind of blind. I really didn't know what to expect, other than what's said in this, synopsis that there's a android involved. But I was actually pretty entertained watching this, man. It is a kind of a horror, thriller, kind of film. And I guess the horror really comes from the intensity of the violence that comes into this film at times. And it is also a film full of twists, so I'm not going to get too detailed in my description, but it is like the setup says, this is kind of an era where you can order a companion android, and that kind of gets interesting. I mean, I feel like this stuff is talked about all the time, but to actually see it portrayed in the films, like, I don't know if I could be one that would employ a robot in this way, because it's kind of weird, man. It's like, all right, yeah, this robot be your companion in all aspects, man. Like they're fucking robots, bro, in this world. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how I feel about that. It's like can the robot consent? Or it's programmed to consent. There's a lot of murky area, but also I think
it's programmed to please you. That's pretty much what we see in this.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the fun of this film, in a way, to see some of this stuff that we imagine actually played out, and we see settings and everything's there. Some of the awkwardness that I would assume would be there, that's kind of portrayed, and just some of the questions people would have and things of that nature. So I think it's cool in that regards. And when things hit the fan, they kind of go intense too, man. It kind of becomes a thing where so some intense moments. You almost could say this film is a combination of a few things. Thriller, you've also got some drama, philosophical questions, and some
comedy too.
Action, comedy too, and comedy. So it's a mismatch of a lot of things, man. And I mean, I had a solid time watching this. This is definitely a film that I really, I enjoyed in the moment. I'm not sure if I revisit it, because I feel like some of the stuff that happens in there, once you see that reveal, I don't know if that's going to hold up with current repeat watches, at least for me, But the performances are solid enough. I did like what's her name? Who's our main cast in here?
Sophie Thatcher.
Sophie Thatcher. Yeah, Sophie Thatcher was good, as well as Jack Quaid too, man. I like his character, as well, because Jack Quaid is kind of the guy that owns Sophie as his companion. And there's some other people too. Megan Surrey, she was good. She was in that film It Lives Inside, which is really great. A lot of people haven't seen that. Lucas Gage is also pops up in here, and Harvey Guillian. So this cast is really small, but everyone is pretty good, man. It's really like a small, self-contained story. It almost feels like it plays, like, for me, like one of the better episodes of Black Mirror, when Black Mirror used to really be good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could see this being a Black Mirror episode where, because like I said, man, this is something that's really interesting. It does deal with our society now. We got automated cars, we've got AI, they're working on robots. You know what I'm saying? You can get a robot these days that'll talk to you, and like these real dolls with extra parts in them. So it's cool that this thing is playing around with that stuff and making something fun and entertaining, out of it.
I did like this film. One thing about my viewing of this, Corey, I had only seen like the teaser trailer, and they pretty much don't say anything about her being an android. So my perception of this was completely different. I assumed that was a possession type film, because in the trailer or whatever you see her eyes, and it just went from there. But I really enjoyed this film. So Sophie Thatcher was in Heretic, by the way.
One of the girls, she was
she's also
the black-haired one.
And she's also in the show Yellow Jackets, which is going to be back in a couple of weeks on Showtime. But overall, I had a lot of fun with this film. Like you said, there's a lot of action, a lot of horror, a lot of just suspense and comedy in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I really, really, really enjoyed this, and it puts me in the mind of another film. But I'm kind of I want to say it's kind of putting me in the mind of
Talking about Ex Machina.
Ex Machina. Yeah, it kind of puts me in
Ex
the mind of
Machina.
Ex Machina. Yeah, it puts me in the
Yeah.
mind of Ex Machina a little bit.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, yeah, little bit lighter in tone because, like I said, there's a certain goofiness to this. It's not like it's kind of it's almost honestly, man. I could see this happening in the
Real
just one of
world.
those days world, because it
Yeah,
has
yeah,
that tone.
yeah,
It's like it's still in reality based, but there's like a certain tier of goofiness that they don't mind dipping into, and this definitely does that, man. Especially some of the twists that pop up later, man. Because like I said, this thing does it gives you a twist to keep you, pulling through it, man. You're like,
yeah,
oh, dang, I didn't think about that, and whoa, what does this mean? So
yeah,
there's some
yeah.
wild stuff that happens in this, man. But yeah, definitely check it out if you get a chance. I'm not sure how long it's going to be playing in the theaters. It's getting good word of mouth, but I'm not sure how the box office is doing on it. So check
And,
it out if you like seeing stuff in theaters, man. I think you have a good time.
and one thing I want to mention, it is by the creative team behind Barbarian.